Hollywood prostitute Divine Brown has written a book describing in lurid detail exactly what she did with Hugh Grant. The book sells for $25, but for $35, she'll show you. At the White House this week, President Clinton officially came out against same-sex marriages. What's more, the president said he is not too crazy about opposite-sex marriages either. A new FBI study shows that for the first time, Americans are more likely to be killed by a stranger than a loved one or acquaintance. Their advice? Introduce yourself to as many people as possible. The American Academy of Pediatrics has released an updated list of unsafe baby products. Topping the list this year is the really, 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 really high chair. Well, Dr. Jack Kevorkian was responsible for another death this week, this time a 58-year-old woman. She is the 26th of Kevorkian's patients to die since 1990. When are people going to realize he is not a good doctor? Do not go to this man. The richest girl in the world, billionaire Athena Onassis, celebrated her 10th birthday this week. What's it like to be the richest girl in the world? Well, to give you some idea, at the party, they had 2 cakes. A new hangover-free vodka is on the market. Yeah, the ads claim that the 80-proof vodka is so pure, it's virtually headache-free. But before you run out and buy it, remember, it causes massive anal bleeding. Julia Roberts told reporters this week that her marriage to Lyle Lovett has been over for some time. The key moment, she said, came when she realized that she was Julia Roberts and that she was married to Lyle Lovett. The results are in for 1995, and once again, Microsoft CEO Bill Gates is the richest man in America. Gates says that he is grateful for his huge financial success, but it still makes him sad when he looks around and sees other people who have any money whatsoever. In a brilliant move during closing arguments, Simpson attorney Johnny Cochran put on the knit cap prosecutors say O.J. wore the night he committed the murders. Although O.J. may have hurt his case when he suddenly blurted out, "Hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing hat." And in music news, #1 on the college charts this summer was Better Than Ezra. And at #2, Ezra. According to a controversial new biography, Elizabeth Taylor likes her lovemaking loud, rough, and frequent. Coincidentally, that's also how she likes to eat. Well, it's official. There you go. Michael Jordan is leaving baseball to return to basketball. It is unclear whether the media will now refer to him by his old basketball nickname, Air Jordan, or his more recent baseball nickname, Senior Crappy. In Walnut Creek, California, anyone who turns in his gun can get free therapy. And anyone who doesn't turn in his gun can get free anything. Well, earlier this week, actor Marlon Brando met with Jewish leaders to apologize for comments he made on Larry King Live. Among them that, quote, Hollywood is run by Jews. The Jewish leaders accepted the actor's apology and announced that Brando is now free to work again. At Virginia Commonwealth University, a professor is being sued following revelations that he spanked one of his students. It was the student's parents who first became suspicious when they asked, "What kind of marks are you getting?" And she replied, "Big red ones on my ass." So... Yippee! Jerry Rubin died last week. Oh, I'm sorry. That should read, Yippee Jerry Rubin died last week. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. My mistake completely. Just, I didn't read it right. Former First Lady Nancy Reagan reports that her husband has been relaxing at their ranch, riding horses and chopping wood. Sadly, eyewitnesses report that he was actually riding wood and chopping horses. It was revealed this week that mass murderer Richard Speck, while serving a life term in prison, was videotaped with hormone-induced breasts, snorting cocaine, and having sex with a man. The film was apparently made with prison video equipment and a $300,000 grant from the National Endowment for the Arts. Dr. James Watts, a neurosurgeon who performed the first frontal lobotomy, died this week in Washington. If you recall, a lobotomy involves drilling holes in the skull and then inserting and rotating a knife to destroy brain cells. What a genius. He'll be missed. World have ordered their ride, the Extra Terror Estrial, to be shut down until it can be made scarier. When the attraction reopens in 2 weeks, it will be exactly the same, but missing 6 bolts. Last week, during his latest trial on charges of assisted suicide, Dr. Jack Kevorkian startled a Michigan courtroom when he stood up and shouted, "This is a lynching." Everyone turned to look, and sure enough, he'd just lynched some old guy. Garry Kasparov tied Deep Blue, the IBM supercomputer that can examine 200 million positions per second, in the 4th game of their 6-game series. Earlier in the week, Kasparov admitted he made a catastrophic blunder in Game 2 when he failed to force a draw by moving rook to E8. With all due respect to Mr. Kasparov, what the hell were you thinking? A French man who calls himself the Snake Man was arrested this week after climbing up the side of a Manhattan high-rise. Yep, he climbed right up the side of a high-rise, just like a snake. In North Dakota this week, a hunter narrowly escaped death when a pocket knife in his breast pocket deflected a bullet shot by another hunter. Man, you know we have too many weapons in this country when people are getting shot in the knife. And that's it. See you next week, folks.
He also was really drawn to touchy subjects. Well, so it's like a brutal murder. Yeah.
He got pleasure in being dangerous.
Yeah. How many anal rape jokes did we hear? You know, how many,
including, I must bring it up, the Swedish German.
That became
Andy Richter, the Swedish German.
That became a thing. Yeah. And actually, Conan and I were talking about this yesterday.
I had forgotten about this. And of course, you said that you sometimes see it online. And I'm like, okay, well, let's hear about that because you know me, I'm in the nose cone of the rocket.
Right.
I'm at the top of the pyramid.
Right. Your ivory tower, there's a lot of clouds underneath your window.
I'm up there counting my gold coins. I can't be concerned with what you're doing down in the moat.
No, people, I mean, every weekly, someone will just arbitrarily just call me a Swedish German. And it was
explain what that means.
I know. Well, I mean, I know they're Norm fans because Norm would do, and Norm was also like kind of a traditionalist. So he did the, talk to the talk show host, but then there's this guy over here, this one, let's make fun of him.
Yeah.
And a lot of his jokes, like I say, he was drawn to the things that you're not supposed to say. So a lot of his jokes were about being queer,
Yeah.
gay porno. This fellow over here, he enjoys the gay porno. And that became a thing with me. And at one point, he was talking about your ethnicity, you're Irish, I'm Scottish, what are you? And I said, I'm Swedish German. And he, for some reason, was like, really? And I was like, yeah, well, why would I make that up?
I'm Scottish. I'm a Scot. You're Irish.
Yes.
What are you?
Swedish German.
Swedish German. Are you really?
Yeah, really. Why would I lie about that? It's not funny.
It's very odd, 'cause
It's a very strange lie. I put one over on those people. Yeah.
Swedish German.
But that then later became a euphemism for gay. Yeah. You know, the old prospector comes to town and wants a prostitute, but no, there's no prostitutes. There's just Andy Richter, the Swedish German.
And I've been in that mine for a hell of a long time, and I'm only flesh and blood. I need a woman. Well, the bartender says, hell, there ain't no women in this town. If you want to do any of that business, all we got is Andy Richter, the Swedish German.
It's outrageous because it's Norm. It's outrageous because it's on a talk show.
And it's you.
And it's me.
Yeah.
But and I think that some people think that I was somehow, and somebody else, a friend of mine pointed out, there's nothing, you can't do anything with that.
Right.
There's nothing to do with that when Norm MacDonald says, this fellow over here, when it would go to hey, Conan, have you met his wife?
But then you did say, at least I had my dignity, and says, you were raped.
Yeah, he goes to rape,
Yeah.
And
my God.
Got to be all secret. Nobody. I say nobody can know about this. Bartender says, well, 4 people know about it. How do you figure that? He says, I don't know about it. He says, you'll know about it. Andy Richter, the Swedish German, will know about it. And the fella that has to hold down Andy will know about it.
Well, at least you left me my dignity.
Yeah.
I like the way that story ended.
Yeah,
That was a nice.
you weren't gay.
Right. Yeah. Well, but that's not beside the point.
You were raped.
No, it's more. It's more that I wasn't prostituting myself.
And I said, but I never was that crazy about that because I would think, I'm sitting there and we're in a studio and we're laughing about it now. And it is the point of that joke is this fella's a queer.
Yeah.
And it's a very, very old-fashioned retrograde joke that we just don't do anymore.
Right.
And some jokes that we don't do anymore, we don't do them anymore because they shouldn't be done.
Right.
And we shouldn't have been doing them in the first place. So I was always thinking about the gay people that work on the Conan O'Brien show. Yeah. How do I look them in the face after being there and hardy-harring about the punchline being that I'm a gay fella? And and we're thinking about the people in my family who are gay. If they're going to watch that, how are they going to think when the real bottom line, what's funny about that is that I was supposedly a homosexual and that I was, which to me, I always was it's like saying this fellow over here, he doesn't want anybody to know it, but he's a secret Jew. His kitchen's full of matzahs. It's you would go what are you talking about? What is that? How is that funny?
My kitchen's full of
I know,
matzahs.
but you're not a secret. But you know what I mean? It made me uncomfortable, not because I was afraid that people would think I was gay, because if I was gay, everybody would know that I was gay. It made me uncomfortable because there were people out there in the audience whom I love and care about who would be left thinking what's so terrible about me that I am a joke, that I'm a punchline, that how I am and who I am is a punchline to a joke. But that was when you're the kind of comic that Norm is, and you are going after any uncomfortable subject, and you're oh, let me get in there and roam around and really get my elbows.
Right.
It's gonna be ugly sometimes.
Yeah, and
it's gonna be uncomfortable.
Yes.
He also really enjoyed being around other comedians. Like that's where he seemed to really come alive. I mean, he was a stand-up, but he also really liked being on in a a situation with other comedians. And I've had people say to me, like, did it bother you? Because like I said, I would be the butt of the joke sometime. And I would say, like, no, that's him. That's like practically like him showing love to me.
Yeah.
Like he would not insult me if he thought that I, was somehow inferior.
It's like being insulted by Rickles.
Yeah. It's like he's inviting me to play when he's making fun of me.
Adam, I got to talk to you. You've been working with all these guys. But you've been working with Norm.
Yes.
Probably. You've been working for him with him for a long time.
Yeah, but Normie, no, I think what he's bringing up was when me and Norm, when we did Billy Madison, I said I would tell the story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's like the first time you guys worked together in a movie, right?
Yeah. Movie. I mean, it was the first movie.
That was our first movie.
Hey, we're right here, guys. We're right here.
Yeah.
Well, this is great. When I graduated first grade, all my father did was tell me to get a job. Hey, you want to feed that donkey some beer? Get it all messed up?
Maybe later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Norm and I did the movie, and Norm is, we didn't know each other's acting styles. Yeah.
Right.
So me and Norm are best friends in the movie, and we're out at the pool. We're doing a pool scene. I'm Billy Madison, of course, so old Billy's gonna talk to you and Frank.
I played Frank.
You're gonna turn and clarify everything with him?
I get nervous with Normie behind me, but
Man, why did I have so many drinks I can't remember? What's today?
October?
It's Nudie Magazine Day!
So anyway, so I'm doing a scene with Norm at the pool, and I tell him, I say my line. I think I did it very well, and then I'm like, let me see how Norm, ping pongs this line back. and so there was a little bit of a delay, and I was like, old Norm likes to take his time.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe it's an acting technique, right?
Maybe he's going deep for this.
Yeah.
Right. And then I'm waiting a little longer, and I'm like, wow, he's really milking this one. And then a few more seconds, I noticed old Norm was sleeping. Right? Remember that?
I got the scar.
Sir.
You fell.
Oh, man, Billy, I just thought of the funniest thing. Billy? Where's Billy?
He's in school, man.
Yeah.
Asleep while the camera was rolling.
Well, they wanted me to play a drunk.
That's right. That's right.
And so I said, you got some booze?
No,
But also,
fun. It was
also he called me Frank, and in my mind I was thinking, who the is Frank?
That's right.
You know what I realized with that movie as I was doing it? Because the movie was grown-ups, and I, in the movie, kept going, like, every time they were at a scene, I kept walking up and going, hey, guys, can I be in it?
Oh, yeah,
And
it was
they
at
go,
the
"No."
beginning and end of every scene.
So I realized that halfway through, wait a minute.
Damn, no, it was the best.
It
You
feels
killed
like
the hardest at read-through, too.
This feels like a guy trying to get in a movie. It was like
No,
I had
it
shown
wasn't.
up on the set. In real life, I'm a famous actor, Norm MacDonald. But in this movie, I play an unknown man named Geezer.
Hey, Lenny, you old son of a bee sting. I heard you were in town. You remember who I am, right? Yeah. The guy from on Golden Pond, right? Golden Pond. You still got it. It's Geezer.
Well, Geezer, I play Geezer, who is me, actually. Geezer's just an old chunk of coal that,
They're going to have a 4th of July fireworks on the lake, on a barge. Can I at least go with you guys to that and watch it, It'll be like the old days. We used to do that. Well, hey, if we didn't, we should start.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. Geezer's always like the odd man out.
Hey, Lenny, you guys are all eating here. How come nobody phoned me?
No, we just kind of ended up
You
here.
make me sound like I'm some wicked witch of Milan.
I
need sewn up for I do good things. I do charity for children.
Yes.
Hey, is that your wife sitting on the cracker?
Yes.
He wants to be a diamond someday, just like everybody.
So I says to the judge, I says, if it lasts for 6 years, it isn't really a temporary restraining order, is it?
Whoa, hold on. The idea was Fred and Adam were talking, and instead of just having actors, just make it all guys that Sandler knows and loves, I hope. He loves me because I love him.
Hey, it's me, Geezer. I'm your husband's best friend.
It's so fun to be around these guys because Sandler is like hysterically funny. Chris Rock, David Spade, Schneider, Kevin James is incredibly funny. So being around these guys, it's hard. It's very hard for me to be the funniest of all. But I do it. I manage. Man, Hilliard's daughter is looking incredible.
Oh, yeah. The blonde or the brunette?
The hot one.
Ooh. Finally a man shows up. You like what you see?
Ooh. Yes.
You're gonna have to catch it.
Well, I gotta go. I hate to leave you, but I'll chase him to the end of the earth.
What people don't understand about movies is you have to memorize literally hundreds of words and then say them in a row. Lenny, I didn't get to hang out with you all week.
Oh, geezer, we're hanging out now, aren't we? I'm sorry, man.
You know, it's an interesting thing. You say sorry. You know sorry is not in the Bible. Please forgive me. That's the way they say it in the Bible.
That's cool. That's an interesting fact.
Completely true, except for the Bible part.
So it's fun to be able to improvise because it's so hard to remember words in the order they're supposed to be. Hey, what about they're going to have a 4th of July firework. Listen, it's not as hard. It's not as hard as coal mining, but it's actually harder than coal mining. But I like to say it's not as hard as coal mining because it makes me sound like a man of the people. It's actually much harder than coal mining. Those coal miners, man.
Huh. What do you call a kangaroo wearing sunglasses? Beats me.
Usually on movies, you have to work with actors, and that's not that fun. But when you work with your old buddies, that's the coolest, yeah.
Since when do you guys stand in lines? Don't you remember what you used to do without me all the time?
Backdoor shuffle.
Yeah.
We really gonna do this?
Backdoor shuffle.
Hey, come on. Should I come along?
No, you just stay, keep our place in mind.
I'll stay here. Okay, I'll stay here then.
Ladies and gentlemen, a sad moment in grown-ups history. We're saying goodbye to Norm MacDonald.
Thank you very much.
Never the grace to the shortest water.
Thank you, Dennis.
These broken pieces I hold in my hands don't have a chance to mend at all. Before they get thrown into chaos again, I try to pretend I'm whole enough to stand in this world, so I stay.
Too magic to win. I'll play you over and over.
He's like the guy, and you're like the little
What
guy.
Little guy.
I'm like Aaron Paul,
guy.
and you're like Cranston.
Yeah, you're Cranston, and you're the other guy.
Yeah, I'm the little shit.
And you just throw him around.
You're on a show that almost was the precursor for
it definitely was a precursor.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
Because that's in Breaking Bad. But
Yeah.
also Weeds was like kind of the
broke down the door for Breaking Bad.
down the door
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Breaking Bad, he says. You watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
It's pretty good.
You seen it all the way through?
I haven't. I'm a
Oh,
little
you
behind.
haven't?
I'm a little behind.
It's interesting that people are at different levels of everything now.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can only do that today. You couldn't do that 5 years ago.
What's
With
that?
Netflix, to be behind it, it's like you missed a show. Guess what? You're not watching it until
Yeah,
it comes
right,
on
right.
Nick at
Release-
night in a few years.
Yeah,
In the
House
old
of
days.
Cards is
Yeah,
all
before that, they didn't even have TVs.
before
It's true.
TVs. You
Yeah,
mean?
sure.
Yeah.
You're saying before TVs?
Yeah, nobody
there
talked
were
about
no
Bryan
TVs.
Cranston.
I read a great article in the New Yorker magazine which talked about the last episode, saying that, in fact, Walt dies in the car, and that the rest of the episode, when he actually hits the snow and the keys drop from the visor,
Right.
that in fact becomes kind of a whole fantasy of how Walt wants to see everything end. But
Fantasy
in fact,
dream sequence ending, yes
Sure,
or not?
sure.
which I thought was really good, and I just wanted to...
That is interesting. There's a comic, a comedian named Norm MacDonald who I think was sort of promulgating that, and I think he has a webcast I'm going to go on, podcast I'm going to go on at some point to talk about.
Norm's tone was distinctive and unique, yes.
And nobody did that.
Nobody did what Norm did. You know what I mean? I talk about Norm in the show too. It's funny, and one of the things is Norm would talk people, like we'd talk to some strange waiter, small talking people, and he'd be like, And then the guy'd be like, "You're right, I'm quitting the job." And he'd walk out, and then Norm would go to me, "I didn't tell him to quit the job." Like, yes, you did. But Norm's whole world was not just, he was making fun of you. You were part of this, the suckers too.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, I mean, you're telling me, he would just spring you in.
It was that brilliant podcast he had with Adam Egan.
Yes.
Where it's just,
Well, I went to Norm's, his memorial service, and Adam Egan spoke, and he killed. It was all these professional comedians.
Yeah.
Adam Egan went up and he goes, "I love Norm MacDonald, even though if you Google me today, it says Holocaust denier. Adam Egan as the first thing." And he went on about Norm, but it was, him with Adam Egan was perfect. Because the guest didn't know that, like half the guests Norm would go, I mean, I agree with you. Not like this guy thinks that the Holocaust didn't happen. And the guests would be, you could see their angry eyes, like, what? And Adam would just sit there and take it. And the guests would leave the show thinking this guy's a Holocaust denier.
Yeah, there was nothing funnier than when Norm was like, this guy fucking didn't think the Holocaust happened.
So funny. And just blow past it, and the guests would look, you could see them looking angrily.
And then Norm would move on, which was the other brilliant part of the bit. Norm would just keep going, and then the guys would just sneak a look at Adam like, what the fuck's going on? Yeah.
And it was and Adam, to his credit, sometimes he tried to deny it. Usually he'd just take the hit and that person the rest of their life.
That's so funny.
He's Jewish.
Are you Jewish?
Yeah.
Okay, then you'll get it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Half Jewish.
No, I'm full.
Full Jewish.
Full Jewish. All right, then. But you're young, so you might not get it.
Maybe.
Okay, so here's the joke.
Holocaust denier.
I'm awesome.
I'm not going to hold that against you.
Thank you.
I don't understand what complex mathematics is, but one time I was in an elevator with Norm MacDonald, and we're in the elevator with these guys, because Norm MacDonald in an elevator is very, he will literally say the worst thing you could say about somebody and then leave, and you're left there with all the people. That's his thing, one of his things. But there's two guys who were talking about some complex mathematic thing. This is in the late 90s at 30 Rock. And they're saying this, I didn't even understand what language it was. It was a really deep mathematic thing. And then Norm MacDonald, who had never brought up math or anything like that to me in his life, goes, that, and starts speaking to them in this, what sounded like tongues. And they're like, oh, but, and they start speaking the binary, and he goes, and he starts speaking this mathematic talk, and then they leave. And then he goes to me like, yeah, those guys are nerds or something like that. And I was like, what? How do you know that? How did you know what they were talking about?
How did he know?
He's like,
he's a nerd too.
He knows something deep, he knows these things sometimes.
He's a very smart guy.
Really smart.
Yeah.
One of those guys that just, he'll just pretend not to know something. They'll be like, that's and then you're like, what? Anybody walks in the room, he knows what they're talking about,
Yeah, he's a guy that really should have had a podcast a long fucking time ago. And I know he's doing something now. He sent me a text message the other day that he's starting to do a podcast now. Hey, Joe, man,
I'm doing a podcast.
Doing that thing we talked about. He should have done a lot, because he had that show on Netflix, but they muzzled him when he went on the Howard Stern show.
Right.
And he was saying something, and he didn't want to say retarded, so he said, you'd have to have Down syndrome to believe that. Because he thought that'd be a better thing to say.
But here's the thing about Norm. I'm still not sure if he thought that would be a better thing to say.
Right, you never know.
Because he's so smart. He might have been doing it as a double troll.
Yeah.
No, Norm is capable of the double troll. It's like, I don't want to say retarded. Down syndrome.
The double troll, exactly.
Yes, he's the master of that stuff.
I randomly wound up sitting next to him on planes twice. On two different occasions, just I go, Norm, out of nowhere, and he's sitting next to me. And one time, we're sitting there, we're talking, and we're having a good old time. And then he's talking about, I quit smoking. He's telling me how he quit smoking and finally quit smoking. And he's telling me all these things. And then when he lands, he literally, he can't stop himself, runs into the airport store and buys cigarettes. And he's lighting it as he's leaving. I go, I thought you quit. He goes, I did. But all that talking about smoking makes me want one. And he's like, before he even got out the door, he's lighting the cigarette. He just couldn't stop himself.
But he goes, all that talking. He's the one talking about it. All that talking. He always puts it on you. That's what's great about it.
But
he's like, this guy talks about smoking. He got me back smoking.
But it was so crazy because I was like, that's great, Norm. It's so great you quit. And he's like, fuck, I want a cigarette.
No, he always do like, yeah, I mean, I don't drink, I quit drinking. And it was like, oh, really? Did you drink a lot? Yeah. I quit. I finally had to quit, It's hard, but I did it. And they're like, oh. He goes, yeah, because I got fucking wasted last night. And I said, I'm never going to drink again. I was drunk. And people are like, wait, I thought you quit. Yeah, I quit. That's what I'm saying. He's always...
Last night?
Yeah. It's like an elaborate, like, Abbott and Costello routine.
Yes, exactly. Well, the gambling, too. He fucking loves gambling. Yeah. Loves it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But that's a thing. Like, a lot of these great comics are, like, really impulsive.
Yeah.
It's like something about, like, the ability to say some of the crazy shit that he says.
Yeah.
It's, you have to have this like, hot wire.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah. You just want to touch it. Ah.
Yep. Oh, no. He's one for the books.
Yeah.
On the subject of SNL, and it's sweet when you took over for Norm, and Gilbert and I haven't said anything. Gilbert, I don't know. Have you spoken publicly since Norm passed about him, Gil?
I don't know if
We haven't said anything on this show,
Yeah.
which we would like to do now. You both knew him well, but the bartender speech when you took over, and obviously it was a very awkward period for you.
Oh God!
To be stepping into that role, and also a friend's job.
Yes, yeah. It was like we lived in the same building too.
You know how you go to your favorite bar and your local bartender isn't there? You ask, where's Jeff? Jeff no longer works here. I'm Steve. And you're thinking, hey, who's this idiot? I like Jeff. But you still want your drink? And even though Steve doesn't mix your drink the same way you're used to, like Jeff, you still like the bar. You don't have to go to a different bar. And even Steve might feel kind of bad because Jeff trained him.
Did he ever say anything to you about that? Did he ever give you a
He
blessing?
was so he was so classy in not saying anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all.
You have that great, I'm Steve, what can I get you?
Yeah.
The bartender piece.
Well, I'm Steve. What can I get you?
But I wish it would have stayed the way it was. But it is what it is. But yeah, Norm is he's so funny. He was so distinctively funny.
Nobody like him, really.
No, he had his own thing. You know what I mean? He was just very like Gilbert. I mean, they just have their own. They march to their own drummer, even in a business where everybody marches to their own drummer. They both have that, idiosyncratic thing where it just be like, this is how I am, and that's it, and it's great. But you have to tune to their frequency. It's not like you can just.
You know what's funny about that first update you did? Here's Norm being fired, as we all know, by Don Ohlmeyer,
right?
Because of cutting too close to the bone with the OJ jokes. When in fact he was doing a public service by telling those OJ jokes. And I'm watching you do your first update. There's an OJ joke. It's like the third joke.
Yeah.
In the February issue of Esquire magazine, O.J. Simpson said that if I had killed Nicole, it would have been because I loved her very much. And then he said, and if I had killed Ron Goldman, it would have been because he accidentally witnessed me loving Nicole very much. Somebody should buy this guy a John Gray book, all right?
You shook his hand once? OJ? Getting out of a car?
Well,
he was getting out of a limo?
He was getting out of a limo middle of the afternoon, and I have no psychic energy. I've never had those kinds of things, But for whatever reason, this was in an afternoon. He's getting out of a limo with a girl. It's spring break. It's packed with people. It's Florida. And they're like, hey, do you want to meet OJ? I go, yeah, OJ, he's the greatest running back of all time. Great, charming movie star. I shake his hand. He shakes my hand. And he's not even looking at me. He's looking past me. And he shakes my hand. And I felt like a jolt of, evil.
I swear to God.
It's like the dead zone.
That's what it was like. That's what it was like. And I was like, that was weird, OJ. I love OJ. Well, that was weird energy, you know.
Wow. So you picked up on something.
I feel like I did, you know. It's, of course, in retrospect, but I remember telling people at the time, so.
I was also fond of, going back to your SNL bits, Colin Quinn explains the New York Times.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And the St. Pat's editorial and Joe Blow. You look like you were having fun, and the best stuff is you and Norm together.
That's right. That's
you know,
right.
There's obviously an affection that comes across on the screen.
Yes, yeah. And that was the early days of it. It was great.
I'm sorry we never managed to get him here. We tried, and for whatever reason, he was as elusive as you.
He's more elusive. He's like,
he was.
I love to do it. I'd love to. You're like, oh, good. How about next week? Yes. What day? And you're like, okay. Yeah. He's like, all right, call him and we'll set it up. Next week is perfect because I'm doing this. And you're like, hey, I'll say Norm. Years later, what happened? What? I thought I was going to come on your show. What happened? It's like, oh, Jesus, Norm.
Well, like you say, march to his own drum.
Yeah.
We're back. That was Andy Dick that you just saw dancing with Sharna Burgess. That was your dancing partner.
Yes. She's new.
She is?
New to the, she was in the troupe. She's new to Dancing with Stars.
Yeah.
Like
well,
me.
you were the last star on that show. I don't know the rest of the people. It seems, you know what I mean? This was.
I know what you mean, but
yeah. Not just now. I watched you on the show every week because I had actually had a bet.
You did?
Yeah, I had bet that you would win. I had bet that you would win.
True. You did?
Yeah,
you would have won a lot of money if you put money on it.
Were you a long shot?
I was the dark horse, I think it's called in Vegas.
You were?
Oh, yeah.
But I said, well, he's a physical comic. He'll definitely be able to dance, and he's in very good shape.
Yeah. The minute you put money on it, that was the second I knew Andy doesn't have a chance.
No, I didn't bet in Vegas.
This guy's never won it.
When you're with the girl, it must be very hard not to be physically attracted to her during the training sessions. How's that go?
Well, first of all, she's the hottest one.
Yeah, she's incredibly
the hottest one in the troupe or
she's single
in the company. She's not single. She has a boyfriend.
That's never bothered you.
Never stopped me.
And you have to have sexual chemistry to dance together in the first place.
I wouldn't be a man with manly parts if I didn't, have feelings. I started getting feelings. I mean, very first time we were put together, she had to keep saying to me, "You feel this part of you, my pelvis, and mine, they have to be touching."
Whoa.
She had to explain it to me. Yeah. Her boyfriend's awesome, and her boyfriend is a famous choreographer.
Yeah.
Named Paul.
So if she wouldn't fuck you, maybe he would.
Try to get them both together. They're both great. And so, because when we first started dancing, I was holding her because our first thing was a foxtrot, and it was in hold and with your frame, and we have to have our knobby parts. I was dancing with her like a 13-year-old at a dance. Like I didn't want to touch my penis to her. It was, you're not supposed to.
Right. Huh. You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to. Put a few drinks in me and there's lawsuits.
I just thought of a good show. Fucking with the Stars.
Now that I would win.
Who would not watch
right
that?
to the top.
I would watch that.
You good at fucking? You're probably good at fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what show I would like to go on? Eating strawberry shortcake with the Stars. Drinking gravy with the Stars.
Is it hard?
But you remind me of a guy that's good at fucking.
I love it.
Fucking and sucking.
It's like Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
May I say something about that?
Yes.
One of the Dancing with the Stars people is a Beverly Hills housewife.
Yeah.
How is she a star? And then Winona Ryder comes out, Winona Judd.
Yeah.
And she's dancing. I don't mind seeing hefty women dance.
Sure, you
But
love
I
it.
don't want to see it on television.
Where do you want
What
to see
I would
it?
do on that show is I would make sure that on the side they had an Indianapolis pit crew. And during her dance, she would come over and they'd change her underwear and her shoes.
Yeah.
And then she would go back out and finish the dance.
But where do you like to see hefty women dance?
In the circus. That's where I like to see hefty women. Who the hell wants to see hefty women dance?
No, I know.
No, her partner can't believe it.
Yeah, but I
wait till he has to lift her up. Good luck on that one, my friend.
But I'm rooting for Andy Dick.
Yeah, I like Andy.
Yeah, you know.
Andy's a good. He's been through a lot of hell.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Can I say one thing now?
He had substance abuse problems.
A lot of them.
Like Adam Egret.
I have had
Is that an intro into Adam's substance abuse problem?
Yeah.
Hard to not drink on this work. No, not here, because nobody drinks.
You think this probably means I'm fucking sucking some of his cock, right? But it's taking Ready Whip and spraying it in my mouth.
See, that's how.
Do you want to do some jokes, David?
Fuck, something, yeah.
Well, here's a very, what do you call it? When a joke is just ripped from today's headlines.
We have to explain how the jokes are.
Topical.
After being drafted in the 7th round by the Rams, Michael Sam kissed his boyfriend. The celebration didn't end there because on ESPN2 there was full insertion. This is a joke.
That's good.
A Westchester parking enforcement officer stole $89,000 in quarters. How much laundry does this guy need to do?
No, this is a good performing joke.
The man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger. Sadly, the man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger died at 64. His last words, "I don't feel great." I gave it something.
Yeah.
Are these left over from when you did updates?
We're living in a golden age.
I go, can we just tell people we went into the behind and we don't have to really do it?
The behind.
I'm trying to clean up your fucking show. We're living in a golden age of Adam masturbating to interracial granny porn.
Gary told you that one in confidence. That's fine.
To stop a pit bull attacking her daughter, a Texas man bit the dog. Well, that's an interesting story. A man bites a dog. It's not what I would call news.
Man bites dog?
Yeah.
Used to be dog bites man, right?
Yeah.
Is that the joke?
Yeah.
I don't get this. I don't get it really. Do you write these for real? Do these come from the fucking YouTube subscribers or whatever?
Oh, you know the search for the Malaysian Airlines? Did you hear about the latest?
I heard it was missing.
Yeah, well, did you hear about the latest?
No.
Here, it's on this card.
Oh, okay. The search continues. In related news, a plane was spotted by some cavemen in the year 365 BC. I don't totally get it.
This
back in time?
is the final joke. In my hand.
Thank God. Are we getting a wrap up?
I may not have book smarts, but you know what I have? Supermarket flyer smarts. You know where I got them? From reading a lot of supermarket flyers.
That can't be one of the jokes, is it?
Jesus.
Dude.
Did you ever think?
I smell a mass firing. Is this going to go down as a test show?
No.
You better fucking air it.
Listen, did you ever think that I wanted to...
Jesus Christ. Test show, test show.
Final joke.
It's growing on me.
From David Spade, a man in Chippewa. A man in Chippewa.
Did you help me like with
Well,
that
just
one? A man in Chippewa allowed a hyena to eat his penis after being told by a witch doctor it would help him become rich. Is it me or does it sound like that hyena and witch doctor were in cahoots? That's pretty. I'm glad you saved that for that.
Jonathan Winters is a brilliant, like, improv guy, and he would dress up as this character, Marty Frickert, you know, as an old lady, and he'd go, "Hello there." He did a voice, and Johnny Carson just stole it, even the costume, everything. And then, so this guy couldn't do it anymore.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Because it'd be like if Jimmy Fallon took one of your bits.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
You can't do it anymore, yeah.
Robin Williams was notorious for it, right?
Well, listen.
I think it's a well-known. All right, that's fine.
You know what they always say? Speak ill of the dead. You know that old fucking That old saw. God damn.
It's been a couple years. Just let it go.
Doesn't
matter to me.
Texas millionaire J. Howard Marshall may have died 2 months ago, but as we see here, he and wife Anna Nicole Smith can still enjoy a romantic evening at home.
Deep throat porn legend Harry Reeves.
dead.
Yeah, he died. But how are
You
they
know
going to
who
close
that
that
is?
casket? I mean, because probably because of his erection, I would think.
How are they going to close that casket? That isn't very good, is it?
I didn't write that one.
Plus, a man died.
Yeah, a guy died.
How are they going to do it?
He was a real pioneer.
It's hard to believe that the entire cast of Saved by the Bell is now dead.
It's hard to believe that. Organist Ray Manzarek died this week at the age of 74. The Curse of the Doors. What about this? 42-year-old Richard Swanson set out to dribble a soccer ball from Seattle to Brazil, but got hit by a car in Oregon and died. Well, at least he got to die loving what he do. At least he got to die doing what he loved, Nick. Dribbling a soccer ball in traffic. No, that's not nice.
The man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger. Sadly, the man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger died at 64. His last words, "I don't feel great." I gave it something.
Yeah. All my children star Matthew Cowles has died at the age of 69. Oh. Or has he? Oh. David Brenner was the biggest comic ever to come out of Philadelphia.
Well, again,
and he just passed away, and we should talk about him.
Yeah, we should, but let me finish this sentence, and I don't even think David Brenner would mind if he's watching.
Sure. He's probably watching from, actually probably from down below, getting raped by the devil.
Well,
I mean, that guy had some sins that he died with, but whatever. No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying David Brenner led a life that made Sodom and Gomorrah seem like Burbank.
Nice guy.
Led me as abacus.
I want to do this.
Jesus.
Oh, come on, that's not a Chinese guy.
I wasn't saying it was.
That was kind of
What are
racist.
you, Mickey Rooney?
Hey, come on.
I know he's dead,
Have a
but
little
Mickey Rooney
respect.
did a very racist thing, like you just did, in a movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's by the wonderful Truman Capote.
I wasn't doing anything racist, and you know it. But go ahead.
Does Bob Barker still work there?
He's dead.
Bob
Did he
Barker's
die?
dead?
I didn't know.
Well, rest in peace.
Oh, I'm sorry. Drew Carey. Just
Don't listen to
I
fucking
assumed he was.
Daniel.
Oh, God, he's not
on
dead.
Who's alive?
Bob
and
Barker
who's
is
dead.
not dead.
Last
I think
week,
he was
I
alive.
hope he's alive.
Daniel, we wanted
Oh, my God.
to book Jan Michael Vincent. The guy tells us he's dead. He's not dead at all. he's all clean like you guys.
From the
Oh, by
Beachcomber
the way,
stash.
man, my condolences goes out to Hoffman, Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman's still around.
I thought he died of a heroin.
No. Dustin's still with us. We're waiting for Rain Man 2.
Didn't he die of a heroin overdose?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Who's that?
A different actor.
Rain Man?
Son. No relation. Believe it or not.
None?
No relation.
Who's Relic?
Well, good luck to you, Dustin. Mangraves are the perfect gift for Dad this Father's Day. Your dad's alive?
No.
Fuck. God damn it. I'm sorry about your dad.
That's fine.
Is your father still alive?
No.
God damn,
It's
that's
a lot.
2 out of 3. He's dead too?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I like it.
Well, this Father's Day, your father's dead. But you have children. You are a father.
Yes, and I'm not dead.
Oh, this is about your aunt.
My aunt?
Is she fucking dead?
Yes.
You don't have a living aunt?
Maybe.
My father was brutally murdered last week, and it's only now I can look back and laugh. And then these people would fucking answer. They go like, "I'm so sorry." Like, its closure takes a while. And so I had to go, no, it was a joke. That's cool.
How does anyone read that and not, especially from you, and not think it's a goddamn joke?
I wanted to talk about the crocodile hunter. Did you? Because I think
you're gonna make them sad.
Because I think it was tragic at the time, but I think I don't know. People calling me, man, they're shocked. Oh, hey, you wouldn't believe it. Who got killed? The crocodile hunter.
Please don't make me laugh at this.
I mean, and they were like, he was 44 years old. I'm like, that's a ripe old age for a crocodile. That's not. And you know who had to be pissed about it were the crocodiles, because he got killed by some fruity fish. And so you know the crocodiles were like, hey man, that crocodile hunter got killed. Who did it, Frank? Nah, you don't even want to know, man. Please don't do this anymore. No, Bill, man, you had a chance once. The guy go, man, I had a chance. I had that mother. He was Tommy with a stick. I could have eat him and his kid. I don't feel good about this. You remember I ever tell you that story, Bill? Yeah, only 1,000 times.
You know, I'm so lazy that I feel like guilty sometimes that other people, you know, have, like, put it to me this way, man. If I got, like, in an accident and was paralyzed from the neck down, it wouldn't really affect my lifestyle. It's about the same, you know? Watching the TV, you know? Lying on the couch. That's why I feel so sad when some guy, like, that's active, like that Christopher Reeves guy, he's, like, active, man. And riding horses, and he's Superman, you know? And, you don't get much more active than that. And so for that guy, it's a tragedy, you know? For me, it's a tragedy that I don't get hit by a truck. But for him, it's a tragedy that he falls off a horse and he's all paralyzed from the neck down. And the worst thing about being paralyzed from the neck down is that your cock is down from your neck. That's the bad part about that. Because if they just told you, yeah, your calf is paralyzed. Yeah, all right, fair enough. If they said, hey, bad news, you're paralyzed from just below the cock down. You're like, oh man, that's too bad. I was going to use those toes and shit. That's like Christopher Reeves lying in his bed. They always got like little thing. Hey, Christopher, we're going to work on your, like, we're going to have you do a thing now. You can move your neck up a little bit better. He's got to be going, hey, listen, anything on the cock, man, anything at all. If you guys could focus the next couple of years just on the cock, exclusively on the cock, you know? I can get used to sitting down, you know? I feel sorry for that guy. Remember when he was a director for a while? Wasn't that odd? He was in that fucking thing, but he was a director? Isn't that crazy? I don't know what the hell that was. He was directing a movie, but from a crazy... How can you do that? I don't even know how you can do that. What if he was one of those real bastard directors, you know? So you call that acting, you fucking motherfucker? What the fuck was that? Ridiculous. He's like, hey, I got something I want to do in the next scene there, Jimmy. How about we kill a fucking horse? Shoot a horse in the head. That might be a good scene.
Rest in peace, Amy Winehouse. We lost a true heroin addict today.
You know, I went to a tennis match in Indian Wells.
Yeah.
And I saw Rafael Nadal play. He's my favorite.
Rafael Nadal. Explain to the folks who Rafael Nadal is.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
No, of course, Rafael Nadal. I'll explain. Okay. Rafael Nadal is a tennis player, only 26, but seemingly beyond his prime.
Great player.
Abs like...
Great player, but here's the thing.
You like his abs?
Every single
time
abs? He serves and returns, He picks his underwear out of his ass.
He does?
Yes.
I've never heard that.
There's a
I've never
video
seen
of it.
that.
Show it. I brought
There's
it.
a video of that?
Yes, I brought it.
Well, how could that?
Can we roll that off the schneid?
What?
It's too much bread and butter.
You can't do that in public.
This man is a genius. That's all he does.
What if he was a dentist? Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Oh, I smelled it.
my
Oh, what was that all
God.
about?
You know what I was thinking, though?
Do you remember the girl that got stabbed?
Know that in this day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm not.
Well, a big seller this holiday season is Michael Bolton's Christmas album, This Is the Time. Happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap.
Norm, I think, has one of the best lines that probably I only appreciate on network TV history when he was hosting SNL, and he was talking about the new Michael Bolton Christmas album. Do you remember the line, Norm?
Happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap.
Kills me to this day.
It was funny because that joke was originally supposed to be about Mariah Carey, but she had some boyfriend that was some crazy, dangerous guy, and everybody's afraid.
And you figured in an alley you could take a Michael Bolton.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I think Bolton kind of made amends a little bit by appearing in that recent SNL skit.
Hysterical. He's
That was
hysterical.
That was
so
hilarious.
funny,
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was good.
And he has a great voice.
He does.
I didn't know.
And the song was kind of catchy. The SNL song was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
In stock market news this week, April's three biggest losers were Cantab Pharmaceuticals, Champion Enterprises, and Crapco, which manufactures crap. And also crap-related items, most recently Mariah Carey's Christmas album. They were... Kenny G has a Christmas album out this year. Hey, happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap. Well, I don't know. Playing in a music store in New York this week, Kenny G set a world record by holding a saxophone note for 45 minutes. While he did warn spectators that it would be quite boring, it should be noted that it is every bit as boring to hear Kenny G play different saxophone notes for 45 minutes. This week, CBS aired the Martha Stewart Christmas special, in which she demonstrated that with an old soup can, some used tea bags, some string, and some sparkles, you can make a useless piece of crap. Martha Stewart is here, and she wanted me to tell you, don't let the busboys clear your table off tonight, because a little later Martha will come up here, and she's going to show us how to take those old discarded fish bones and make a beautiful birdhouse. So... That's nice. The New York Public Interest Research Group has unveiled its 10th annual list of dangerous toys for the upcoming Christmas season. Topping the list this year, baby's first circular saw. Well, the annual list of most dangerous holiday toys is out. Number 1 this year, Mattel's Eye Poker Outer. Well, the U.S. Safety Commission has issued a list of unsafe Christmas toys. Topping the list this year, Mattel's gasoline-powered sharp thing. And finally, the #1 selling doll this Christmas is Tickle Me Elmo. And the least popular selling doll, you guessed it, Tickle Me Frank Stallone. Jesus. Scientists have created a genetically superior Christmas tree that will be taller, stronger, and tougher than other trees. One downside, if you don't like your presents, it will kill you.
It's a hell of a downside there. And finally, this Christmas, Santa Claus will be starting a new look at up-to-date shopping malls around the country. They will now feature black Santas, Asian Santas, Hispanic Santas, and even Middle Eastern Santas. It is all part of a program to make little children cry. And finally, next week, Christians everywhere will be celebrating Christmas, or as people born on December the 25th call it, screwed out of a present day.
Connected to our senses. Found a way to let you in.
Where are you going here? You're going to Cobb's in San Francisco. What do you like to do during the days in San Fran to unwind? Do you go?
I just work on my ventriloquism.
Oh, how's that going, Norm?
It's going great, man. I thought Rusty and I would do a little holiday song for you.
Oh, you're kidding me. Let me kick back here and put my feet up in front of the fire, you and Rusty. Which puppet is Rusty? Refresh me.
Rusty's just my friend. You know, I'm having a lot of trouble with my cranky old man. I don't know if you remember old Alec Majerison, the virulent anti-Semite.
Yeah, sure, I remember. What, are you kidding me? I have a plaque commemorating my first meeting.
I'm trying to get rid of that guy because you know he's a Holocaust denier. That's no secret. He's an enthusiastic Holocaust denier, and I've had it up to here with this character. You know, the man, he's just a waste of wood. But I don't know what to do. One of my Jewish friends suggested that, why don't I just throw him in a fire and burn him? But I say 2 wrongs don't make a right. We're not here to talk about that. Let me get Rusty out here. Rusty, say hello to Dennis. Hey, Dennis, how are you?
Hey, Rusty.
What?
Hi, Rusty.
Hey, who's the dummy here, me or you?
It's me.
It sounds like it's you.
I'm sorry, Rusty. Let me give you my man voice. Hey, Rusty, how are you doing?
Yeah, dummy. Hey, come on now, Rusty. That's ridiculous. Calling Dennis Miller a dummy on his own radio program.
Now, can I jump in here for a second and tell you, here's how crazy Norm is. I'm sitting here believing that he actually has a puppet. Like, it's not enough for him to fake the puppet act on the radio and over the phone. You did pull out a puppet and have it on your arm right now, don't you?
Of course I have my pal Rusty here. Yeah.
What do you boys have planned for us today, Rusty, Norm?
We're going to do a song, according to this dummy. Would you stop calling me that? You're the dummy. Now listen, we're going to do a song, a beautiful song. Why? By the way, Rusty, what are you doing for Christmas? Are you going to see your family? Oh, sure. In my family tree, it's an actual tree. Okay, now that's just ridiculous.
You're actually overlapping dialogue here, Norm. You're not even putting a second between you and the puppet's voice.
Now, Rusty, are you ready to sing that song with me? Sure.
There you go.
Okay, I'll start. Here we go. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw him, you would say that he was a drunk. Hey, come on! Well, that's ridiculous.
What the?
Come on now, don't ruin this. Is a classic. I'm sorry. All right, now let's continue. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to town. Rudolph, with your nose so bright, have you been drinking some bathtub gin? What? Okay, now that's enough. That's way beyond the pale.
Stop it, Rusty. Stop.
I wish you'd kick the bucket. Like what? Kick the bucket? What are you talking about? You said tail. Bucket. It's a synonym. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, now that's ridiculous. You're the dummy. Okay. Stop. I'm sorry, Dennis. This is going nowhere. This is ridiculous. I apologize for wrestling. I can't go on with this. This is just... This is just an abuse to the whole idea.
All right. Now, what separates Rusty's old man voice from the old Holocaust denier's voice? Give me that voice again.
You don't want to hear from him, do you?
Well, I know Rusty's just whetted the palate for a little more puppetry.
I swore I'd never use this guy.
It's like the Stones doing "Sympathy for the Devil" after Altamont. I
There we
never
go.
thought I'd
Alec,
see you play it.
Alec, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay, I guess. Yeah, I suppose. What do you think of this Christmas? What do I think of it? I'm not going to celebrate no holiday where a bunch of bearded New Yorkers killed our Savior. Hey, come on now. You're going back in the case. I'm sorry, Dennis.
Oh, no. You didn't quite have control of the posse today, but I realize it's the holidays are amongst us and that they're a little petulant this time of year.
I can never keep these guys under control.
Norm, you are an absolute wild man.
Well, a study this week reports seafood is good for you unless it's fried. Yet another groundbreaking story from the pages of the medical journal, Duh. A new study says that people who quit smoking have healthier lungs. Yet another groundbreaking story from the pages of the medical journal, Duh. A person who suffers 2 sharp, powerful blows to the head within a short period of time can suffer brain damage or even die. This, according to a new study in the medical journal, Duh. Dr. Jack Kevorkian was responsible for another death this week, this time a 58-year-old woman. She is the 26th of Kevorkian's patients to die since 1990. When are people going to realize he is not a good doctor? Do not go to this man. He's incompetent. He's terrible. Dr. Jack Kevorkian and 7 associates have unveiled new guidelines for doctors in planning physician-assisted suicide. Rule number 1, get paid in advance. In a Michigan courtroom this week, Dr. Jack Kevorkian was acquitted of murder charges after jurors agreed that he had made a compelling argument for assisted suicide. Last week, during his latest trial on charges of assisted suicide, Dr. Jack Kevorkian startled a Michigan courtroom when he stood up and shouted, "This is a lynching." Everyone turned to look, and sure enough, he just lynched some old guy. Tomorrow night on 60 Minutes, Dr. Jack Kevorkian will sit for his first ever in-depth interview. According to producers, Kevorkian agreed to the interview only on condition that it be conducted by veteran correspondent Andy Rooney. Wait, don't do it, Andy. It's a trap. It's a trap. This week, Dr. Jack Kevorkian was granted an emergency 30-day permit to carry a handgun after telling a court that he fears, quote, right-wing nuts. But if you ask me, you know, I think Kevorkian's just getting a little lazy, you know? In other news, authorities in Pontiac, Michigan are trying to determine if Dr. Jack Kevorkian was involved in the death of a woman whose body was found in the back of his suicide van. You know, I'm no expert in police work, but yes. In music news, Dr. Jack Kevorkian has performed and recorded a 1-hour CD of his own jazz compositions for the flute. You know, Dr. Kevorkian, I've listened to your CD, and I've got some advice. Don't quit your day job, all right? You know, murdering old people, stick with that. Stay away from the flute and stick with the murdering old people. This is my advice. Dr. Jack Kevorkian announced this week that he will start to offer organs taken from his suicide patients to people who need transplants. In addition, Kevorkian promised that anyone who does not get a life-saving organ will receive a free murdering. There was outrage in Detroit this week when Dr. Jack Kevorkian helped a woman commit suicide in a local church, leaving her body inside the church building. According to Kevorkian, murdering people in his van has almost completely lost its sense of blasphemy. Hello, how are you? And finally, in medical news, there are reports that suicide doctor Jack Kevorkian is considering retirement. As Kevorkian put it, I always said I'd quit the day it stopped being fun. Well, the holidays are upon us again, and that can mean only one thing: a dramatic increase in suicides. Hi, I'm Dr. Jack Kevorkian. You know, after I introduced my suicide machine 2 years ago, I got a flood of letters thanking me. But I also received letters like the following. Hey, Dr. Kevorkian, your machine is great for people with painful terminal illness.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer...
Dr. James Watts, a neurosurgeon who performed the first frontal lobotomy, died this week in Washington. If you recall, a lobotomy involves drilling holes in the skull and then inserting and rotating a knife to destroy brain cells. What a genius, he'll be missed. Psychiatrist Kurt Freund, one of the world's leading experts on the study of deviant sexual arousal, passed away last week at the age of 82. Dr. Freund's last words were, quote, "Whatever happens to me, can someone please make sure that the headline of my obituary does not contain the phrase, deviant sexual arousal?" Would that be too much to ask from you, you dirty...
The iron horse of broadcasting.
It's iron. You don't pronounce it iron.
That's what everybody tells me.
It's the iron horse. Like Lou Gehrig was the iron horse of baseball.
Yes.
The word I-R-O-N is iron. No, iron.
Iron. It is 100% made in America. Cast iron grilling grates. Say what you want about how huge and fat my head has gotten, but who'll forget it.
Try iron.
Yes, I loved Liberace, but with all due respect, man, if you kicked that guy in the ass, 100 cocks would fall out. Now, this is not what I do on Hulu.
No, you wouldn't do that.
No. Because I have respect for Carlos Slim. How much money does he have?
I don't know. It's mostly tied up in iron.
Now,
why doesn't that clock work?
Why doesn't that cock work?
That clock works.
My cock works.
Oh, this clock over
Your
here.
mind is going somewhere, Norm.
No, I thought that's what you said. I was trying to...
Why? No, iron horse.
What do you say?
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind.
In an interview last week, administrators of the FAA, David R. Hinson, explained why English is the only language used by pilots around the world. It turns out all the other languages are weird. can't even hardly understand most of them.
Flew with him randomly twice, just randomly.
Just like
right
happened
next
to be
him.
in the plane?
Totally.
Really?
Total dumb luck.
Crazy.
On 2 separate occasions, Norm sat right next to me. And he's like,
What a
I
treat.
can't believe this is happening
What
again.
a treat.
Yeah, it was. The last one was hilarious. We have this long conversation. We're having a great old time, and he's telling me, "Yeah, I quit smoking. And I don't like to smoke anymore. It's just terrible. It's so hard to quit, but I'm glad I did."
Yeah.
We land, and he immediately walks right into a gift shop and buys cigarettes. And he
Changed his
goes,
mind on
I
the flight."
changed my mind. I want to start smoking again. And he's lighting before he gets out the door. I mean, he's so impulsive. He's like lighting
Trump.
as he's walking towards the door. I'm like, whoa, like, Norm, what are you doing? He goes, yeah, I guess I smoke again. But that's, there's people out there that are like pretending to be wacky.
Right. He's
You
really
know?
wacky.
I love those people. There's so few of them.
Who just themselves, like,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah, it's just that's who Norm is. He's great. And he's so funny. I have a great story about Norm, me and him on a plane. And randomly, this is crazy, but true, randomly, twice I sat next to him on planes. Just randomly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, totally randomly. Like, what's up, Norm? What's up, Norm? Like, crazy, this is happening again. And both times it was a blast. But one time we're flying back, and he's like, yeah, I used to smoke. And I had to give it up. It's fucking terrible for you. But sometimes I miss it. But glad I quit. I'm like, how long has it been? He's telling me all these months. He stopped smoking, this and that. We're talking. As soon as we land, he walks right into the fucking store, buys a carton of cigarettes, and he's opening this cigarette. He's lighting it before he gets out the door. And I go, what are you doing? He goes, oh, all that talk about smoking, I had to have one. And the flight from I forget where we even were, 2 times. Both times were just like the best flights, like just like having an audience of one next to one of the greatest comics ever and just be able to talk shit.
Yeah,
completely randomly, 2 times in my life I sat next to him on a plane. Just totally random.
I was in Vancouver, ran into him at the airport.
Yep, once in Vancouver and once somewhere else. And the last one, he was talking about, I quit smoking. He's telling me how he quit smoking. It was hard. It was really hard to quit, and I did it. And, fucking smoking's terrible for you. So we land. He walks as fast as he can off the plane right into one of those stores and buys a pack of cigarettes. And he's opening up it, and he's got one in his mouth as he's out the door.
He went on for an hour about how it's terrible for you. He's so glad he's out over it.
So I'm outside with him. I go, what are you doing? I thought you quit smoking. He goes, yeah, but all that
It's
fucking
tough.
talking about it, I wanted a cigarette.
So was he being funny, or was he just a weirdo?
No. He was just a genius.
Didn't drive, right? Didn't he
drive.
not drive? Just invited people to go do tennis and stuff, so he'd be like, pick me up on the way.
His brain was just wired different.
Yeah.
It was just wired different all the time. But like he just decided, wow, let's smoke. And just, he couldn't light it quick enough on the way out the door. I randomly wound up sitting next to him on planes twice. On 2 different occasions, just like I go, Norm, like out of nowhere, and he's sitting next to me. And one time, we're sitting there, we're talking, and we're having a good old time. And then he's talking about, I quit smoking. He's telling me how he quit smoking and finally quit smoking. And he's telling me all these things. And then when he lands, he literally like he can't stop himself, runs into the airport store and buys cigarettes. And he's lighting it as he's leaving. I go, I thought you quit. He goes, I did. But all that talking about smoking makes me want one. And he's like, before he even got out the door, he's lighting the cigarette. He just couldn't stop himself.
But I like he goes, all that talking. He's the one talking about it. All that talking. He always puts it on you. That's what's great about it.
But
he's like, this guy talks about smoking. He got me back smoking.
But it was so crazy because I was like, that's great, Norm. It's so great you quit. And he's like, fuck, I want a cigarette.
Take me on a journey. Take me far away from this life. I'd leave it in a hurry. Let's run away before morning.
Well, good to be here, eh? I quit smoking. You ever try to do that? Man, that's a tough thing, huh?
Do you think this to be a funny thing, or do you really have to kind of
I'm doing it.
feel
No,
like-
I feel that I have an oral fixation. You know about that.
Here, Adam, do a joke. All right. A good name for a dog is Syndrome. That then when he tries to attack someone, you can yell Down Syndrome.
Don't laugh.
It's not.
I apologize.
I mean, it's
That's like
it was a little insensitive, I guess. Some of the 200 Nigerian schoolgirls kidnapped by extremists in Nigeria have been forced to marry their kidnappers. And worse than that, they've been forced to laugh at their husbands' stories even after hearing them for the umpteenth time.
You know something.
Yeah, I know.
It's
but
very
we don't have
hard to make a joke about those girls who are kidnapped. When I hear about those things, that is one of the worst. You know,
And yet you got a big laugh out of yours.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got.
Now, as an old-timey broadcaster, do you have other old-timey broadcaster friends?
Well, Mike Wallace was a great friend. Mike was a grand guy. I said, he had dementia at the end. That's funny to you. You know, McDonald, I want to tell you.
No, it's a very odd thing to say.
If you're looking to broaden your horizons, I don't think it's wise to laugh
No, because
at
you
someone
just
who
said-
had dementia.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing that you said.
He was
you
the best.
just said.
I loved him.
Mike
It was
Wallace was a
sad.
great guy. He had
It was-
dementia at the end. It has heavy-duty grilling grates. Why are you laughing? You think the grilling grates are flimsy?
No.
No, they're heavy-duty grilling grates. They deliver exactly what you need to achieve when you need to achieve that perfect steakhouse flavor. Why are you laughing? You're making a mockery out of the man grate.
I'm pretending I know who Albert Gray is. I didn't.
No, Albert Fish.
Oh.
You're a New Yorker. So anyways, he was a child rapist and cannibal, as I explained.
When he says child
Jesus
rapist, you try not to
Christ.
laugh when he looks at you.
Oh,
There's
come
something
on, man. It's not funny.
I know it's not, but I know you want people to laugh.
Fish chose his victims. He only chose victims who were either mentally handicapped. Now, don't laugh at this next part, please.
But you know he wants you to, right?
No, if you laugh at this next part.
Okay, and I'm not going to
Fish
drink
chose
water.
victims who were either mentally handicapped or African American. Oh, come on. Why would you think that's funny? God damn, Fred. Jesus Christ, that was the worst part of the story. But why do you think he did that? What would be the explanation? Why would he only attack? Why would his victims that he chose only be either mentally handicapped or African Americans?
Because people in those days didn't care when those people were vanished.
You're thinking like Albert Fish now.
And prostitutes. That's why they. That's
right.
Prostitutes.
Exactly. Nobody really cares about prostitutes. But you're exactly right. That's why Albert Fish killed only mentally handicapped and African Americans.
What about? Okay.
I thought you'd laugh at African Americans again, that they were.
No, because I know him. I know he'll do something. That's outrageous. How
Well, it's
dare
kind of
you.
outrageous for you. Hey, for the 9th consecutive year, Nick, JetBlue Airlines ranked first for satisfaction among all North American airlines. But you know what ranked least in satisfaction? 9/11 Airlines. What a terrible name for an airline. It reminds me of that tragedy. Oh, 9/11. Yeah, don't laugh at 9/11 again. 9/11. I tried to tell him not to laugh.
Adam.
I know. I walked through blood and bones in the streets of Manhattan trying to find my brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was in northern Canada. Do you want to hear my impression of the
That's going to be you if you don't lose weight.
You want to hear my impression of the 9/11 call from Johnny Carson?
911 call.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But 9/11 was a national tragedy.
Yes, it was.
Why do you laugh at that?
You said it.
Johnny Carson died at 80 years old.
Okay, Johnny Carson died at 80 years old. Would you like to hear my impression? Were you in New York when the Twin Towers fell?
No, I was in Los Angeles.
Well, either way, it was a national tragedy. It was. Yeah, I know. 9/11. We're going to go to hell.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very sweet of you.
Yeah. And then if you want to give that to me.
Oh, I'll try. You want to do it? Hey, Norm MacDonald here in the Seattle at the Moore Theater. Everybody always wants to know what it's like backstage. It's sometimes better than this. Now, apparently I have a Seattle fan club. And I didn't know, I knew nothing of this, but they've sent me stuff, so I thought I would open it up live so that you see it the very time I see it. Oh, it seems to be a long letter. Oh, as the founder of the Seattle chapter of the Norm MacDonald Fan Club, and then if I find something else, we'll put it up. A picture of a lady. It's a Norm from, I don't know.
I got to meet Norm, and I also got to prove my fucking fanhood to him, and I made him happy. So it's really special, and I have it on camera. But my final photo on Tinder is a photo of Norm actually holding my headshot that I signed and left for Norm, a screenshot that he posted on his own Instagram story. So Norm never posted Instagram stories. And what happened is this. So I flew to LA one time, literally leaving letters at every comedy club I knew Norm frequented about my fan club and with little gifts. He never got them because when he made it to the Moore Theater, which I pulled every string I have in Seattle to get this damn gift for him in there, I designed a shirt for him and a shirt for his mom, a picture of them together with their favorite foods, a fudgesicle and a banana. It's really cute. And just to jump ahead, his mom actually wore the shirt in all the videos after that they ever made together.
Oh. Why did God make only one Yogi Bear?
Because when he tried to make the second one, he made a boo-boo.
A Brazilian teenager suing Michael Jackson for running him over with his van displayed his scars for a photographer this week. Jackson said through a spokesman that the suit was baseless, but he'd like to see more photos. Well, there may be trouble in paradise. Lisa Marie Presley confirmed this week that she and Michael Jackson live in separate residences 50 miles away from each other. Lisa Marie was quoted as saying, "I guess being married to a homosexual pedophile wasn't such a great idea after all." Hey, Lisa Marie Presley said that she and Michael are still together and happy this week. She also made a revelation that she is actually a 9-year-old boy. While in the hospital, Michael Jackson had his room specially decorated with 2 huge photos of Shirley Temple. But don't get the wrong idea here. Michael Jackson is a homosexual pedophile. The nation is still reeling from Thursday's bombshell announcement that Lisa Marie Presley has filed for divorce from Michael Jackson. According to friends, the two were never a good match. She's more of a stay-at-home type, and he's more of a homosexual pedophile. This week, in a secret ceremony in Australia, Michael Jackson was married for the 2nd time. Asked what makes his new bride special, the King of Pop said, quote, "She has taught me about the power of imagination, like imagining that a grown woman is a 10-year-old boy." You know he's a homosexual pedophile, right? You understand? And yes, it is true, Michael Jackson is going to be a father. Already he has hired an entire staff of nannies, nurses, and extra bodyguards, which hopefully will protect the child from Michael Jackson. The New York Post has reported that Michael Jackson wants his closest friend in the world, Elizabeth Taylor, to be the godmother of his child. However, those close to the pair worry that this could eventually lead to heated arguments over whether the child will be molested or eaten. And according to his dad, the 3-day-old boy is a regular chip off the old block. In fact, he's already molested a 1-day-old boy. This week, a London tabloid published the first exclusive pictures of Michael Jackson's baby, secretly taken by a guest at the King of Pop's Neverland Ranch. Upon seeing the pictures, Michael said, "This is not my baby." Then quickly added, "I'm not saying he isn't hot. He's hot. It's just not my kid." I'm not saying he's a very sexy infant. It's just not mine. I would love to have sex with him. He's just not my child, is all I'm saying. In next week's Life magazine, pop star Michael Jackson appears in a pictorial with his infant son. The photos show Jackson changing, feeding, and cradling the baby boy in what Jackson himself promises will be Life magazine's sexiest issue ever.
Michael Jackson. He said, I heard a quote where he said, "I don't care if my child is a boy or a girl, as long as it's a boy." He's going to name it. He said he doesn't know what he's going to name it. He said he thinks if it's a girl, he's going to name it Sharon. Really? Yeah. And if it's a boy, he's going to have sex with it. That's what he said.
Yeah. I mean, even like you say, your unwanted WNT allegations against Michael Jackson. There had to be kids that were like, well, "This is pretty cool." Yeah. This is not some old priest. And I was doing a bunch of jokes about Michael Jackson, and he said, "Norm, you don't want to get sued by Michael Jackson." And secretly, I did. I didn't tell Lauren. But I thought, how fucking cool would that be? I'm in court, and there's Michael Jackson on the other side. It's Michael Jackson against Norm. That has to help my profile.
This weekend, veteran news anchorman David Brinkley apologized to Bill Clinton for an election night commentary in which he called the president, quote, "boring and uncreative." Admitted Brinkley, "There was certainly nothing uncreative about the way you moved Vince Foster's body." The president's a murderer. You didn't know that? The mysterious Indonesian accused of illegally raising millions for the Democratic Party. Earlier this week, Secret Service logs showed that Mr. Wong had visited the Clinton White House more than 60 times. But on Friday, administration spokesman revealed that there are actually 2 John Wongs. Furthermore, they stressed that the John Wong who visited the White House is a different man. He isn't the fundraiser. He's the guy who killed Vince Foster. Rejecting conspiracy theories that President Clinton killed Vince Foster, a report out this week from independent counsel Kenneth Starr has officially concluded that Vince Foster took his own life. Among other things, the report cites evidence that Foster was deeply depressed in the days leading up to his death. Although the report does concede, Foster was deeply depressed because President Clinton was trying to murder him. On Capitol Hill this week, 17 Republican congressmen formally asked the House Judiciary Committee whether there is sufficient evidence to begin impeachment proceedings against President Clinton. In response, the president said, quote, "Hey, you know who would have the answer to that question? Vince Foster."
Okay, Norm, you're Canadian.
Yes, I am.
So what do you think of this whole presidential mess?
Well, I hope that the Democrats don't steal the election from the the winner, you know, but who knows?
You like George Bush, don't you?
I love George Bush, man. He's a good man, decent, you know, none of this. He's, you know, he's not a liar, a crook, murderer, or anything like that. So it'd be good to get the. See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Oh.
Who are the murderers? Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
Yeah, you know, we're not allowed to, you're not allowed to put out no accusations without
That's a little
Darling.
too far.
That's the way it does work.
Let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This is not my week. What can I tell you?
Oh, it's not mine either, and I'm being very nice, okay? Be a good boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No. Listen, we don't need
I
to
don't
talk
want to get
about
into
this.
this, and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations, and you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to the next question. So get with it.
There you go.
This is a live show.
Not for nothing, Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara. So I'm now going to ask the next question.
I thought it was a matter of record.
Shut up. Shut up. Look,
Okay.
let me do this, okay?
I'll tell you what's a matter of record. You will not be invited back if you don't shut up. All right, now. Let's talk football.
All right, manslaughter.
Let's talk football.
Norm, did you ever hear the word?
The phone is ringing.
I certainly hope that's somebody calling to tell you to go home.
Oh, no.
Dude, you got a phone ringing.
Oh.
Answer the phone.
Hello? Oh, yeah. No. The thing is this. There, you know Matt Strauss?
Yeah, the producer.
The producer. He told me it would be funny. He said, like, why don't you carry a cell phone on and then let it ring and then pretend like there's a guy on it?
Is there anybody on it?
No, it's a thing. Pretend.
You know what, Norm? You're a dead man.
Here, you talk to him, man.
You know what, Barbara? You know what you said about rage and work?
Give this man a plate of soup and tell him to shut up.
Norm,
all right then. Let's see.
Norm.
What?
Okay, listen, Norm, listen. Not only have you annoyed us, but I've read that you have actually annoyed one of your idols. Who is that?
Oh, the great Bill Cosby.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Oh my God, I love that guy. He's my hero, you know, just like you, maybe George or Bill Clinton would be your hero. I love.
There's no stopping you, is there?
No, you seem to like Bill Clinton.
They really, and this man leads into our show on Friday night.
I know.
It's all right, his career's over after this anyway. Who cares? Go ahead, Norm.
No, Bill Clinton, who's a great man, obviously. You know, everybody has their opinions, right?
Are you moving along?
No,
You're
Bill
going to get to the point.
Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Oh, Cosby.
Oh, God. Cosby.
What's in that coffee? What are you drinking in there?
Now, Bill Cosby is a great man, first of all. There has never been any accusations toward Bill Cosby about any...
Will you just tell us what you did with Bill Cosby?
Oh, I met him. I opened for him at a club, and he was a great man, you know. He's my hero of all time. You know how funny Bill Cosby is,
Yeah,
right?
so I'll get to the point. I'm going past menopause. Make the point. Let's go.
Not everything has a point.
We are learning that, okay?
All right, Norm, you want to finish the story, or shall I ask you the next thing?
Well, the Bill Cosby thing is this.
Dear God.
I met Bill Cosby. We're all fans of Bill Cosby, right, Barbara?
Yeah.
What? Yes. Why don't we talk about the millionaire?
Oh, yeah, you know what? Tonight, Norm and I...
please. I like Bill Cosby.
We've been down this road together. We've been seeing the colors fade.
Norm MacDonald and I are on The Millionaire tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell him about that, how you thought he's dumb today. Where do you see him tonight? Come on, Norm. Tell him, Norm.
People always told me Hollywood was like incredibly liberal and biased, and I thought it was untrue. But
You want to talk about the millionaire?
yes, I do.
You
I
have
do.
10 seconds to
tell how
talk
much
about
you
the
want.
millionaire.
Don't tell how much
Don't
you
tell them what I won?
No.
Oh.
You're not allowed to tell anything like that.
Well, what are you trying to ask him then?
I don't know. He doesn't answer anything anyway.
Okay, so he's on The Millionaire tonight, and he's on Friday nights, and
on Monday his taxes will be audited.
So he's on Friday nights at 9. He's on The Millionaire at 9. You can play along at home on enhanced TV. You are a number. I have never met anything like you. We will be right back.
It's funny that the expression came about, it's a true story, because it's always a not.
Right.
It's always not a true story.
Yeah, right.
It is. You're
Like
protesting.
nobody ever goes, hey, I got a hooker last night and I paid money in exchange for sex. True story.
Yeah.
This one says, remember the old days when tweeting meant stabbing a hooker?
Bob liked that one.
I am not a big fan of video games where you cannot kill a prostitute. I like the ones where...
Oh, like Grand Theft Auto.
Yes.
That was the hook for that game. That's really what people got excited about.
Yeah, throw the girl over the...
Inevitably, somebody would always say, you know, the great thing is you can drive down this alley and you can kill a prostitute.
That was the thing people talked about most at that game.
That's why that game took off.
I agree.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
Hey, how about this one? They say pimping ain't easy, Andy. But what they won't tell you is much, much more difficult being a prostitute. Pimping is pretty easy. I don't know if you heard pimped, but...
When you get older, you start to get a little short-term. But I remember things from 10 years ago like that.
Yeah. He can remember, like, when he was a kid, but he can't remember murdering that prostitute last night.
You can go to jail for that. It's a whole new law.
I've been told.
How old was she?
I don't remember.
No.
If you don't remember, you're not going to convict you.
Yeah, I'm past that lie detector.
If you were a Russian prostitute on a date with serial killer Andrei Chikatilo, a.k.a. the Rostov Ripper, and he couldn't achieve an erection, that was not your lucky day.
No.
Las Vegas is now home to a 550-foot-tall Ferris wheel. Also drawing thousands to Las Vegas, whores. That's you. That's your voice all the way right there. That's the old, the Norm MacDonald lean-in, whores.
No. Now listen to this. This would be a good joke for you, I feel, Fred.
Okay.
Just to the
Here's
camera.
what I've learned. You beat up and toss one 19-year-old Hispanic hooker out of a moving car, and they never let you forget it. Isn't that true? That is funny.
That's both funny and true.
Hey, let me ask you this. Did you ever toss a prostitute off a bridge?
What's the French one?
Just saying, I heard that was a sign of being a serial killer.
Okay. You're the worst guy I've ever met. And I mean that in a nice way.
There's the Dick Morris is getting a new show. Did you hear about that?
Dick Morris, the presidential advisor in the scandal, yeah.
Right. Didn't you hear that now he's getting a show? He's there like, can you believe the guy actually getting a show on the TV?
That's amazing.
Yeah. And it's a morning show. It's called Good Morning Whores.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
I'd watch that in a second.
He was a garbage man. He won the lottery. He won the New York State lottery. He won like $8 million, and he said he's not going to quit his job. And you've always heard that, right?
Right. I'm going to keep my job.
I'm going to keep my job. And there's only one occupation where the person does not keep his job when he
wins the lottery.
You know what that occupation is?
No.
Crack whore. Like, I went to Vegas a couple weeks ago, and a funny thing happened. Hey, Andy.
Hi.
And a funny thing happened there in Vegas, right? Mm-hmm. I go there, to gamble. I meet a couple of midgets,
A couple of midgets?
Yeah.
Little people, I call them.
Well, I don't think of people as little people.
Yeah, your word's better.
Yeah.
Go ahead anyway. You meet a couple of midgets.
I know a lot of people in show business talk about the little people.
Right.
But I think everybody's the same. The midgets, the regular people.
Okay.
We're all human beings.
We're all human beings. That's good. That's good. You have a good attitude.
Some of us are, short and have weird big heads. So, anyway, these guys.
Neck went out there for a second, but it's better now.
These two midgets, man, they were the funniest dudes. And one of them was telling me that him and his buddy decided to get a couple of prostitutes, you know, because midgets, they can't have sex very much with the women, you know. And, so they say, we'll get a couple of prostitutes.
I didn't know that, but okay. Yeah.
So they say, let's get a couple of prostitutes, right? So the other midget goes, hey, man, that's great. So,
what are they, Cheech and Chong? Like you're two midgets like, hey, dude. Yeah, man, that sounds heavy.
Well, you know.
All right.
So the midgets, the one midget, they get their two prostitutes, you know, and they take them up to their room, you know, in the hotel. And so the one midget, he gets in the room with the girl. And
they're in separate rooms here?
Yeah, separate rooms, but they're adjoining.
Right.
So the one midget, he gets the prostitute, and he wants to have sex with her, but he'd been drinking a lot, so he had trouble, like, performing, you know.
Yes, I know.
Right. Nobody knows better than you about that. So the one midget, he gets in with his girl, but he's too drunk to perform, and he feels real bad, right? So then, this is what the guy's telling me, the midget. He goes down, then afterwards, he says, okay, get out, you dirty whore, you know? He blames her, you know?
Right, blames her, okay.
So she leaves, and then he's feeling all bad, so he listens with a glass to the next room where his buddy is with his prostitute.
Right.
And he hears, like, in the next room, he hears, 1, 2, ah! 1, 2, ah! 1, 2, ah! 1, 2, ah!
Right.
1, 2, ah!
Right. Stop doing it.
Yeah. So he goes, oh, that dirty midget's having some fun sex over there, you know? So...
He calls him a midget too?
Yeah.
But he's a midget. All right, but anyway.
So he feels bad, you know?
Right.
And the next day, man, he meets his buddy midget at the coffee shop. He goes, and the guy goes, hey, man, how'd it go last night? And the one guy goes, oh, man, it was horrible, you know? I was too drunk. I couldn't perform with my prostitute. He goes, but it sounds like you had a good time. And then the other guy, midget, goes, what, are you kidding? I couldn't even get up into the bed.
That you ran into those guys because it's such a good story.
I know. With the happy ending, they did very good at Baccarat, and
they were happy.
But I just have one question. What is this fascination that guys have with prostitutes? That's all I want to know.
Gee, let's think about that.
I'll tell you what the fascination is.
Go, Norm, go.
Instead of going out and spending money on a keychain and a G-string, you spend money on sex.
Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot.
But Vegas was cool. They have a motto in Vegas. They got their own slogan for the city. It says, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Which is not true. You know, you can't kill a guy and then just leave, you know? They'll follow you. They'll find you. They'll bring you back and they'll try you in front of a jury of your peers. So I thought, well, what does it mean anyways? You know, and I ruminated about it. Days and days and nights. Sleepless weeks became sleepless more weeks. And finally, it occurred to me. It was so simple. It was right in front of my face the entire time. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. All it really means is you can go to Vegas, you can have sex with a prostitute, and she will not tell your wife. They're very discreet, the Las Vegas prostitutes. Yeah? Not like these gossipy small town whores back where you live. You know? These fucking blabbermouths. Down at the beauty parlor with that pale blue thing over their head, whatever the fuck that is. Going, you're Marge Majerison, John Neal's wife? Well, by God.
I took a shit on him last night. In exchange for cash. Nice fella.
Farrah, the first time I ever saw you, I thought, oh my God, that is one of the hoariest looking whores I have ever seen in my life. And I have seen a lot of whores because I'm a rock star. And, I've seen ladies like in the front row look at me with a super hoary look on their face. And you look hoarier than all of them. And that really means something.
Okay, settle down, prostitutes. Now, understand that you each get $20, and this requires no sex. No sex at all, regardless of what this character tells you. Well, you got a dead hooker in the trunk.
What? No, it can't be.
Yes, it was. It was a dead hooker.
It wasn't a dead hooker!
Pal, I know a dead hooker when I see one.
What the hell?
Oh, my goodness!
What are you doing?
I've never seen so many dead hookers in all my life.
Lord knows I have.
Norm MacDonald is a comedian's comedian, a man who has earned both respect from his peers and laughs from the audience.
There are obviously a lot of entertaining celebrities, but Norm MacDonald used to come on our show in the early days, and those were, I thought, great television because we never knew what was happening, and it was always teetering on the edge of, it was all about to blow up. It's all about to fail, and it would always end brilliantly, and then he stopped coming around, and it was just a period that passed, and I was always sad about that because I thought, we're a very celebrity-conscious age, and people always think that the best guests are the biggest celebrities. Sometimes, the best guests are these people that you have a weird connection with, and it's compelling television. People see and they talk to me about it later on. Like I'll be out in the world walking around, and people will say, "I saw that when you were with Harlan, or when you were with Norm, or with Will, and that really got wild and crazy in a way that they don't see on television." But what's the movie going to be called? Really?
I know what it's going to be called.
Yeah, what's that?
If it's got Carrot Top in it, you know what a good name for it would be?
What's that, Norm?
Box Office Poison.
Smith, the girl sitting to your left, is in the movie.
I'm going to go see it for fun.
There's this movie coming out.
Yes.
Title undetermined at this point.
Chairman of the board.
Oh, all right. Do something with that, you freak.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D.
You know, I learned a little bit about that was Norm. And of course, Norm's a little crazy, but Norm, a big host would come and we'd all get all hopped up, like, okay, Rose is gonna bring in big ratings. Let's get our AP. Where's my goat? I'm gonna throw out a goat. And Norm would sit there in the pitch meeting. We'd all be dead serious. Will would throw out, I'm going to do a cheerleader.
Right.
This one and that. And Norm would be like, yeah, I got a sketch ready. You're going in your pants, and you're just walking around, and you're like, yeah, I'm the guy with the in my pants, I hate this guy, and you look at him like he was nuts, but he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, Norm knew exactly. Listen, one of the single funniest things I've ever seen in my life is when he did Letterman, how quickly he would throw the sport coat off at the end of the sketch. Nothing made me laugh harder than Norm. Doing Letterman, and I said to him, what's with the sport? You know how Letterman, how ill and easy is with show business.
Yeah.
Norm said, that's all I had at the beginning. The essence of it was his discomfort. I said, this guy's a freaking genius.
My apologies to Jenna Elfman. Good night, everybody.
He is a genius. He would warm up the crowd. Now, when I would warm up the crowd, I would warm it up like I was playing the garden, and I wanted to teach everyone a lesson. If I'm cut from tonight, I want you to know I should have been on.
That I was a badass.
Yeah, I'd warm up the crowd, kill. Norm would go up behind me, and he'd go, hey, Jim Brewer and these guys, he's got all these great impressions, So I said, Well, I gotta learn some impressions. So, are you guys all ready? This is my newest impression of these, and I love it. Because here's Ed Sullivan. And I'm like, he's really gonna do Ed Sullivan? Like, why would you? He goes, Ed Sullivan introducing the Beatles. And he goes, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Beatles. Well, I gotta work on that one a little bit. I'll see you during the show.
He's got a little Andy Kaufman in him, Norm. He likes to frustrate, titillate a little, but then periodically he'll say something like, "You know, I feel sorry for the homeless guy's dog, because you know the dog's thinking this is the longest walk I've ever been on."
I give a guy some money out there, a homeless guy in the street, and this is a kind of odd thing. He had a dog with him. You ever see this? He's a homeless guy, but he's got a dog. That kind of odd there. Guy got no home, you know, but he's got a dog. Yeah. And the dog's really thrilled with this idea, you know. Dog's going, hey, pal, I can do this by myself pretty well here, you know. The longest walk in the world you got me on here. What the hell? What the hell kind of a thing? What the deuce?
Norm's hosting a sports show now, Jimbo, on Comedy Central.
Oh, that's dangerous. You and I both know that can be very...
Yeah, but that is a panel I volunteer for, because I want to be in the blast site of that when that goes off, because that is going to be a hoot.
Tonight, the NBA is rescheduling Chicago's playoff games around Oprah Winfrey's farewell show. Apparently, the Bulls are taking orders from the cows. Even more surprising than this, Michael Jordan's Hitler mustache. Have you seen these underwear ads? We have some breaking news to report here. This, just off the wire. Reuters News is reporting now that the Mike Tyson app has just raped another app.
Well, you know what? I like Norm MacDonald. Let's give him the money for the week.
I didn't even know he had a podcast.
Oh yeah, dude, Norm MacDonald. Did you see him on Conan telling that moth joke?
No.
Yeah, you got to see it.
No, I haven't.
Dude, you know how many comics out there don't give a fuck, but kind of still do? You have to kind of still do to eat. That guy
Norm
truly
doesn't. He's so fucking funny.
One of my best opening monologue jokes ever. Did you ever see? Remember that whole thing when he was doing Weekend Update and they told him to make it funnier? So he didn't. He just was more Norm the next week. So eventually, of course, he gets fired. So then he goes off into the Hollywood world. He's got a TV show or a hit movie or some shit. So now they bring him back to guest host on SNL. And I'm going to butcher this, but he kind of came out. He's like, yeah, so, people know I got fired from this show. So now they got me back hosting, which means either I got a lot funnier or this show sucks. That's what he opened up.
You're very kind. You know, in the, what's that? Oh, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That is my name. You know, when the people here asked me to do the show, I gotta say, I felt kind of weird, I don't know if you remember this, but I used to actually be on this show, I used to do the Weekend Update news routine. You remember that? And, that's where I did the make-believe news jokes, That was me, right? So then, a year and a half ago, right, I had a sort of a disagreement with the management at the NBC. I wanted to keep my job, right? And they felt the exact opposite. So you see, they fired me because they said that I wasn't funny, Now with most jobs, I could have had a hell of a lawsuit on my hands for that, but see, this is a comedy show. So they got me, you know what?
But now, this is the weird part, right? It's only a year and a half later, and now they asked me to host the show. So I wondered, I go, hey, wait a second here. Hey! I go, how did I go in a year and a half from being not funny enough to be even allowed in the building to being so funny that I'm now hosting the show? How did I suddenly get so damn funny? It was inexplicable to me, because a year and a half, let's face it, is not enough time for a dude to learn how to be funny. Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So yeah, I'm funny compared to, you know, well, you'll see later. But okay, so let's recap. The bad news is I'm still not funny. The good news is the show blows. All right, folks, we got a bad show for you tonight. Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Eminem are here. We'll be right back.
It goes, there's comics, and then there's comics. Is one of the rare comics, which means 6 people think he's funny. Norm MacDonald.
One time I was hosting, and there was 3 guys.
I've never hosted. How many times have you hosted?
Just one time. It was a mistake.
Did it not go well?
It was all right.
Did you do Update?
No.
You didn't even do Update?
It was right after I got fired from Update. I thought it'd be funnier back then. But anyways, so there were three guys doing music, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know music, I just know old music. Like, again, Lauren would go, who do you like? And I go, you like this guy,
Bobby Goldsboro?
Yeah, Bobby Goldsboro. Eddie Cantor, is he around? And Lauren go, you've got to go, you know.
So who'd they have on? Very hip.
So they
young
had
kids.
hip guys that everyone else knew except me. It was Snoop Dogg. He just changed his name, and he was angry because I kept getting it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be Snoop Doggy Dogg. It was Snoop Dogg and Eminem and Dr. Dre.
That's a pretty heavy lineup.
Yeah, but to me it was 2 black guys and a white guy. So I go to introduce them.
You're beautiful.
And they were all
just trying to get this into the barn. Don't go black white on.
They were all standing like in rap.
There with Francis Farmer. You're about to go up and take me with you.
They were standing in rap positions, as you know, like against, and I'm about to introduce them. So they're standing in that rap position where it looks like they'll either start singing rap or pull a gun and kill you. So then I go, as a joke, I look at them, because I remember this is kind of a Letterman-y thing to do, but I go, fellas, are you ready? Are you ready? Which forces them to go shake their heads slightly. Even though they're in this crazy, dangerous
I'll post up.
I'll post up. So I thought that was funny. But then I learned later they were geniuses, and I should have befriended them rather. I was just talking to Dre backstage. I don't know if he's a real doctor, but he did prescribe me some stuff. So I don't know. There he goes. And that leads us to our first special merit award of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, for nearly 30 years. Okay, folks, before we continue, I have an announcement from the management. Would the owner of a Glock 9 with the inscription, "Too Puffy with Love," please pick up your gun? It's at the hospitality suite. The news, I mean, some of the news I understand, you know, but that news isn't real news, you know what I mean? It's just odd, crazy, like Tiger Woods, who's still in it, you know, in this tournament, which is depressing for me because I like Tiger and stuff. And then, you know, Tiger victimized himself, first of all, his family, but and all these women and everything. But he also victimized the golf fan, me. You know what I mean? The guy, I believed in him and I trusted him, and so it was kind of sad for me because I don't care if a guy wants to lie down with ladies and stuff like that. You know, I understand that's a thing guys like to do, but I don't like hypocrisy. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like a hypocrite. And to me, Tiger, when I was watching him, he always presented himself to me as a golfer. You know? I always thought he was a great golfer. I watched him my whole, life. And he'd be in the sand hitting it out, and then the golf ball would come real close, you know what I mean, to the hole. And then he'd put it in and go like that and everything. So I was all happy. I go, man, that guy's a golfer. People would ask me, who's Tiger Woods? I go, he's a golfer. Right? Now, I had no idea he was leading this double life where by day he was a golfer and by night he was laying down with ladies. Otherwise, I never would have bought the Buick. Now I'm driving around a Buick, people snickering at me and stuff, you know? Whatever. No, but he's a sex addict, and that's a hard one. I imagine that's a tough one to kick. Wouldn't that be the worst, like those meetings, like a sexaholic, what if they have those meetings, what do they call them? They always say aholic, it only really works with alcohol. Like sex, AA, for sex, that would be a weird, I don't know how that would go. But, if you haven't had sex for like a year or something, and then you don't want to hear about some guy's relapse. Guy's like, I've been weak. Oh, no, you don't have to tell us. I met her in a bar. She was gorgeous. Please. You have to hug the guy. That's too bad. Oh, that's terrible. Well, whatever. But I don't even know if sex, I don't even know if that's a thing. I don't know, It's weird to me because if you're an addict, if you're a heroin addict, you're addicted to heroin. The more heroin you do, the more addicted you are. Booze addict, you're addicted to booze. More booze you do, bigger addict you are, So to me, if you're a sex addict, let's say, sometimes you meet these guys like, hey, man, this guy's 70 years old, and he's been married since he was 20. Still happy, still have a healthy sex life, still has sex with his wife, every week or so, Then wouldn't you think, that guy's a sex addict? He is a sex addict to such a degree that he's willing to have sex with a 70-year-old lady. That's hitting bottom there, If you're going around getting a whole bunch of different ladies, that's not a sex addict. That's just a beautiful lady addict. I don't know what you call that. But if you're willing to just anything at all, just whatever's beside you after 50 years, you're like, I don't even like you anymore, but or whatever they do, whatever noise they make. An injured Tiger Woods withdrawing from the Player Championship on Thursday after only 9 holes. 9 holes, or as Tiger calls it, 3 ladies. When asked about Tiger Woods, fellow golfer John Daly said that Tiger's problem was that he wasn't getting sex from his wife. It's never a good sign in life when you're getting advice from this guy right here. Not exactly Dear A.B. As we mentioned, Tiger Woods bowed out of the Players' Championship, citing pain in his left leg. What might have caused that?
For the answer, let's go to sports show correspondent, the late Burgess Meredith.
Women weaken legs.
As always, thank you, late Burgess Meredith. Top story tonight, Tiger Woods fell out of the top 10 in the world golf rankings for the first time in 14 years. This is a valuable lesson for all you young golfers. Never stop And finally, Tiger Woods, a whoremonger no more. Which brings us to this week's What the H? What the H is going on with Tiger Woods? As we all saw on Sunday, the guy can't even sink 3-foot putts at Augusta anymore. Why? Because we are still in his head, that's why. When I first heard about the scandal, like everybody else, I was shocked. You know, I was like, hey, wait a minute. Are you telling me that Tiger Woods, the $6 billion man, the greatest athlete in the world, the super handsome, charismatic guy, you're telling me that that guy likes to lie down with ladies? I don't buy it. I don't buy it for a minute. Then, when it was proved true, I got all self-righteous. I was like, I don't like hypocrites. He's a public figure, and that's not how he presented himself in public. He always presented himself in public as a golfer. I didn't know he was leading some kind of double life where he golfed by day and then laid down with ladies by night. If I'd known that, I never would have bought the Buick. Now I'm driving around in my Buick with everybody snickering at me. And listen, how naive was I? You know, what did I think Tiger's life was? You know, was he like, hey, I've won 4 straight majors. What should I do now? I know. I'll go back to my hotel room all by myself. Okay, here I am in my hotel room. Let me just close my hotel room window. Too many ladies chanting my name out there. I know, I'll order some room service. Hello. Yes, I'd like to order... hello, Nicole. I'd like to order a chicken breast sandwich. No, if I wanted a job to end all jobs, I would have asked for one. I want a chicken breast sandwich with a pickle. So anyways, Tiger has admitted that he is a sex addict, but what is a sex addict? Now, take my Uncle Bert, for example. A fine fellow. He's been married to my Aunt Ruth for the last 50 years, and they still have a wonderful, healthy sex life. Now, ask yourself this. How addicted to sex do you have to have sex thousands of times over half a century with this thing? If you're looking for a sex addict, I'll give you a sex addict. Uncle Bert. Now, also, Tiger is different than you and me. Now, how many chances do we have in our life to commit adultery? Maybe 10. So if we stray once, it's not even 10. We just think it's 10. If we stray once, that's 10%. Now, Tiger may have had sex with 50 or 60 girls, but what about the 3 million he could have but didn't? You got to factor those gals in. Then that makes the percentage 0.000000006, which statistically is 0. So, From a strictly mathematical standpoint, Tiger Woods is the most faithful man who has ever lived. All right, so let's get out of his head and let Tiger be Tiger. What the H?